Have you ever imagined a spacecraft so far from home that sunlight takes over 20 hours to reach it? Voyager 1, launched way back in 1977, crossed into interstellar space in 2012, becoming the first human-made object to venture beyond our solar bubble. Its instruments, believe it or not, continue to relay whispers from the unknown, probing regions where cosmic rays and magnetic fields dance in this kind of eerie harmony. Here's the punchline. Voyager 1 is still alive, and it's over 14 billion miles away. Did you know its tiny plutonium power source will last until around 2025? Impossible encounter in deep space. A tiny spacecraft more than 14 billion miles from Earth suddenly shook the foundations of modern astrophysics when Voyager 1's instruments recorded an astonishing, milliseconds-long burst of high-energy particles unlike anything seen before in interstellar space. In that instant, every sensor on the probe lit up with an organized waveform, ruling out random cosmic noise and forcing engineers to confirm that this was no mere hardware glitch. At the same moment, Voyager's gyroscopes detected a subtle twist in its orientation, as if an unseen hand had tugged on the craft, and the usual 22-hour round-trip signal delay to Earth shrank by a fraction of a second, hinting at a fleeting distortion in the fabric of spacetime itself. No gamma-ray burst, supernova, or solar storm shows up in astronomical records for that region, leaving experts scrambling through three impossible theories: an extraterrestrial device projecting a focused energy field, a pocket of dark energy that warped electromagnetic propagation, or an interaction with a rare plasma filament weaving through the interstellar medium. Each hypothesis challenges the very core of physics textbooks, demanding we rethink how energy, gravity, and the unseen architecture of the void behave beyond the heliosphere. In the silent expanse beyond our sun's protective bubble, Voyager 1's incredible anomaly reminds us that even the emptiest reaches of space are alive with mysteries, waiting for humanity's farthest-flung explorer to uncover secrets that could rewrite our understanding of the universe. Glitch, just mystery. Voyager 1's ground team stared at the data readouts in sheer disbelief as every single diagnostic test came back pristine. No corrupted memory blocks, no voltage fluctuations, no code errors, nothing to explain the extraordinary energy burst. Systems older than most smartphones performed flawlessly under scrutiny, with checksum verifications confirming every line of onboard software was intact, and temperature sensors reporting nominal levels despite the ferocious particle spike. Even the legendary fault isolation protocol, designed to reroute power and reset malfunctioning modules in mid-flight, lay unused because there simply was nothing to reset. Engineers pored over thousands of telemetry frames, tracing each bit of data back through redundant pathways, and found no evidence of internal interference. If Voyager 1's ancient circuitry didn't generate the anomaly, then whatever happened out in the abyss must have been real, an authentic encounter etched into the probe's history. In that moment, confidence in Voyager's hardware soared alongside excitement for new possibilities, because ruling out a spacecraft glitch meant there was something truly alien at play in interstellar space, taunting our understanding and daring us to chase answers farther than ever before. Voyager 1's celestial Morse code. Voyager 1's data stream suddenly morphed from random static into what looked like a cosmic Morse code, a patterned pulse that left scientists both thrilled and baffled. In a fraction of a second, the probe's particle detectors and magnetometers synchronized to reveal a series of evenly spaced energy peaks, as though an unseen hand was tapping across the void. This wasn't the chaotic hiss of solar wind or the harsh roar of a gamma-ray burst. Each pulse repeated with hypnotic precision, spanning multiple frequencies and lighting up every instrument on board. Mission specialists pored over spectral analyses and discovered that the waveform bore hallmarks of an engineered signal: consistent amplitude, regular intervals, and a frequency sweep that traced a smooth arc, rather than flickering unpredictably. Even more astonishing, the pulse sequence carried subtle variations, tiny shifts in timing and strength, that hinted at encoded information rather than a simple periodic disturbance. It was as if Voyager 1 had intercepted a secret broadcast, one crafted by forces beyond human technology. The phenomenon forced researchers to rethink assumptions about interstellar space being a purely random environment. It suggested that pockets of order could exist out there, whether born from exotic plasma structures, alien transmissions, or unknown quantum processes. Deciphering this patterned pulse has become a top priority, with teams applying advanced signal processing algorithms and machine learning models to tease out possible messages or physical explanations. As Voyager 1 continues its lonely voyage, every bite of this mysterious waveform could unlock groundbreaking insights into the hidden rhythms of the cosmos, and remind us that even in the deepest darkness, order sometimes whispers its presence in the language of light and energy. An unseen hand in the abyss. Voyager 1's gyroscope suddenly whispered of a cosmic nudge, an invisible twist that left controllers back on Earth scrambling for explanations. In the span of mere milliseconds, the probe's attitude sensors detected a subtle, inexplicable rotation, a change so slight it couldn't have been caused by solar pressure or micrometeorite impacts, yet unmistakable in the spacecraft's precise telemetry. Engineers pored over torque calculations, eliminating every conceivable onboard cause: fuel slosh, mechanical backlash, thermal flexing, until they were left staring at a phenomenon with no terrestrial analog. It was as though an unseen hand had reached across the void to give the billion-mile-old Voyager a gentle spin, bending the laws of momentum in a region we once believed too empty to exert any force. The unexpected rotation coincided exactly with the instrumented energy spike and patterned pulse, weaving a narrative of interconnected events that defy random chance. This phantom torque raises profound questions. Could Voyager have grazed a dark matter stream whose gravitational tides imparted enough leverage to twist the craft? Might it have skimmed the edge of an interstellar shockwave, where charged particles funnel a directional impetus? Or more tantalizingly, did it encounter an alien probe deploying micro-thrusters in a silent salute to humanity's farthest emissary? As research teams model this ghostly rotation, high-fidelity simulations and laboratory plasma experiments strive to replicate the torque under controlled conditions. Each test brings new clues and fresh mysteries to light. Voyager 1's unexpected pirouette reminds us that even in the supposedly tranquil expanse beyond the heliosphere, forces unseen and unfathomable still hold sway, challenging our understanding of motion, matter, and the mysterious ballet of the cosmos. Accelerated echo. Voyager 1's routine ping suddenly arrived back on Earth faster than light-starved engineers had ever seen, its 22-hour delay shaved by a mind-bending fraction of a second, hinting at a fleeting shortcut through the cosmic fabric. As mission controllers compared timestamps, they realized the signal's return lag dipped by nearly 0.02%, an anomaly far beyond measurement error, and repeated across multiple tracking sessions. This wasn't a glitch in ground station clocks, atomic time calibrations held steady, nor a misalignment in the Deep Space Network antennas which showed perfect pointing accuracy. Instead, the only plausible culprit lay between the stars, a transient wrinkle in space-time itself. Some researchers propose Voyager skimmed the edge of a gravitational lens formed by a dark matter clump, bending its own radio waves and hastening their journey home. Others theorize the probe drifted through a localized warp bubble, an exotic distortion predicted by general relativity but never before observed, compressing the distance light traveled by mere thousands of kilometers. Intriguingly, this temporal quiver aligned with the same instant as the energy spike and phantom torque, weaving a tapestry of interlinked anomalies that defy conventional astrophysics. If confirmed, this phenomenon offers a rare glimpse into how gravity and quantum effects interlace across interstellar scales, potentially unlocking new methods for faster-than-light communication or propulsion. Engineers are now reanalyzing decades of archival data for similar micro-shortcuts, while theoreticians refine models of spacetime foam to account for Voyager's cosmic detour. In the silent expanse beyond Neptune's reach, Voyager 1's accelerated echo reminds us that even the void can surprise, revealing hidden pathways through the universe that beckon humanity to rethink the very nature of distance and time. The Cosmic Detective Story. Voyager 1's ground team frantically cross-referenced every astronomical database on Earth, searching for the cosmic culprit behind the impossible energy burst, only to discover that the universe had gone eerily quiet at the exact moment of the encounter. No gamma-ray bursts lighting up distant galaxies, no supernovae explosions sending shockwaves across light years, No solar storms from our own sun rippling through interstellar space. Absolutely nothing to explain what had just happened to humanity's most distant explorer. The Deep Space Network's massive radio dishes, which normally detect the faintest whispers of cosmic violence from billions of miles away, registered complete silence in Voyager's sector during those crucial milliseconds. Even more puzzling, the probe's location placed it in what astronomers call a cosmic desert, a region so devoid of stellar activity that it should have been the most predictable, boring stretch of interstellar space imaginable. Teams scoured records from the Hubble Space Telescope, the Chandra X-ray Observatory, and ground-based gamma-ray detectors, finding no trace of the high-energy phenomena that typically produce such dramatic particle spikes. The absence of any conventional explanation forced scientists to confront an uncomfortable truth. Whatever had interacted with Voyager 1 wasn't broadcasting its presence to the rest of the universe. It was as if the cosmos had conspired to create a perfect mystery, leaving behind only the faintest fingerprints on a single spacecraft drifting through the void. In the vast theater of space, where violent stellar deaths and explosive births paint the darkness with radiation, Voyager 1 had encountered something that preferred to remain hidden, making its discovery all the more extraordinary, and, honestly, a little terrifying. Alien architecture. When Voyager 1's detectors lit up with that impossible energy surge, engineers never suspected they might be witnessing the handiwork of an alien civilization experimenting in the dark. Suddenly, this 4-decade-old probe recorded a beam of finely tuned particles, not chaotic like a cosmic blast but precise, like a message or a probe's beacon interrupting interstellar space. Analysis revealed the burst carried hallmarks of intentional design, sharp rise and fall patterns, frequency shifts matching the characteristics of directed energy systems, and a coherence so perfect that natural plasma interactions could never replicate it. As the burst faded, Voyager's orientation sensors registered micro-adjustments in its attitude, as if tiny thrusters had nudged the spacecraft ever so slightly, another signature of a remote station device calibrating its aim. Experts theorize that Voyager may have passed through the scanning field of an extraterrestrial sentinel, its beams designed to map atomic structures across vast distances or to ping interstellar vessels for contact protocols. Alternatively, some propose that an alien research platform deployed a stealth drone using advanced metamaterials to cloak itself until it communicated with passing artifacts like Voyager. In either case, this encounter suggests that we're not the only technologists in our galactic neighborhood. Perhaps somewhere out there, hidden between the stars, lies an extraterrestrial network of sensors and beacons, silently cataloging the interstellar medium and cataloging every human-made emissary that dares to venture beyond its home system. Voyager 1's brush with alien technology isn't just science fiction come to life, it's the first breadcrumb on a trail that could lead us to the architects of the cosmos, challenging humanity to listen more closely to the silent symphony of space. Dark energy pocket. So, a sudden distortion in Voyager 1's data hints that the probe may have drifted into a pocket of dark energy, a region where the mysterious force accelerating the universe's expansion really takes center stage. In this hypothesis, Voyager 1 crossed into an extraordinarily empty patch of space, way emptier than the surrounding interstellar medium, where the repulsive effect of dark energy briefly overwhelmed all other influences. Instead of the usual cosmic rays and plasma interactions, the spacecraft detected these subtle shifts in its electromagnetic signals, frequencies that stretched and compressed as they moved through a volume governed more by space-time's expansion than by local matter. Within such a void, even light itself could experience a tiny pull outward, altering round-trip communication delays and bending radio waves in ways never observed inside the heliosphere. Now, laboratory tests and cosmological simulations suggest that dark energy-dominated voids can produce minute phase shifts and amplitude modulations in traversing signals, effects that would show up on Voyager's instruments as coherent anomalies rather than just random noise. If Voyager 1 truly sampled a sliver of this cosmic foam, its data offer us the first direct in-situ glimpse of dark energy's influence on electromagnetic propagation. Confirming this pocket would not only rewrite our understanding of the interstellar medium, but also provide an unprecedented laboratory for testing whether fundamental constants remain unchanged in regions where dark energy reigns supreme. As Voyager 1 sails deeper into the void, every distorted waveform and delayed ping may map out the hidden architecture of the universe. and reveal how the silent force of dark energy sculpts the fabric of space-time itself. Plasma filament interaction. Voyager 1's sensors just whispered of a hidden highway in the void, a dance with a ghostly plasma filament that left its instruments singing in synchrony. In the blink of an eye, the spacecraft crossed through a slender strand of interstellar plasma, an elongated ribbon of charged particles threaded by magnetic fields that acted like a cosmic waveguide. As Voyager tore through this filament, its detectors recorded a series of harmonized energy pulses and subtle magnetic fluctuations far more orderly than the usual cosmic roar. These narrowband emissions, first identified as a persistent hum in interstellar plasma, spanned multiple frequencies with consistent amplitude and spacing, signatures of a filament channeling and amplifying plasma oscillations rather than scattering them. Inside these filaments, density microstructures, ripples just a few thousand kilometers across, trace turbulent cascades in the interstellar medium, yet remain remarkably coherent over distances of billions of kilometers. As Voyager 1 pierced the filament, its plasma wave instrument saw sudden shifts in electron density and magnetic field strength that mirror laboratory studies of filamentary turbulence, where charged flows swirl around magnetic cores and generate organized oscillations. This encounter suggests that interstellar space is laced with invisible wires of plasma that can focus energy and guide electromagnetic waves, much like fiber optics over cosmic scales. Decoding the precise waveform patterns from this filamentary passage could reveal the filament's internal geometry, magnetic topology, and even the spectrum of turbulence within. By mapping these cosmic strands, Voyager 1 offers humanity its first in-situ glimpse of the interstellar web, a network of plasma filaments sculpting galaxies and guiding particles through the darkness between stars. Physics rewritten. Voyager 1 just dared the universe to redefine itself when its instruments logged a cascade of interlinked anomalies. Energy spikes, patterned pulses, phantom torque, accelerated echoes, silent sectors, alien-style beams, dark energy distortions, and plasma filaments, all in one astonishing episode. This isn't science fiction, it's a reality check for centuries-old physics. Traditional models treat interstellar space as a passive backdrop, a near-empty expanse where cosmic rays and magnetic fields drift predictably. Voyager 1's data totally shatters that illusion, revealing a dynamic, interactive medium capable of bending space-time, guiding energy with dazzling precision, and even hosting phenomena that mimic intelligent design. If an advanced civilization's technology fine-tuned particle beams across light years, our theories of field propagation and energy dissipation will need a radical overhaul. If dark energy pockets truly warp electromagnetic signals in situ, we must rethink the scale invariance of fundamental forces and revisit cosmological constants. Should plasma filaments act like interstellar fiber optics, then turbulence theories and magneto-hydrodynamic simulations require major revisions. And if localized space-time warps shorten signal delays, we might finally glimpse pathways toward faster-than-light communication or travel, once banished to theoretical footnotes. Each hypothesis emerging from Voyager 1's impossible encounter demands new equations, fresh laboratory experiments, and innovative space missions. As scientists race to integrate these anomalies into coherent frameworks, textbooks will change, graduate programs will pivot, and the next generation of space probes could carry quantum sensors explicitly designed to map these exotic phenomena. Voyager 1, the humble messenger from humanity's past, has become the herald of physics' future, urging us to broaden our understanding of reality and embrace a cosmos that refuses to remain static or simple. Thanks for joining Simply Science on this incredible journey with Voyager 1's impossible encounter. If you enjoyed unraveling deep space mysteries, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss our next cosmic discovery. Drop a comment below with your wildest theory about what Voyager might uncover next, and let's keep the conversation going. Your support helps us explore the universe one breakthrough at a time. See you in the next video, Space Explorers. What if the most mysterious object ever detected in our solar system wasn't just passing through, but was actually studying us? In 2017, Oumuamua became the first confirmed interstellar visitor to our cosmic neighborhood. But here's what scientists didn't tell you. This cigar-shaped anomaly defied every law of physics we thought we understood. It accelerated without fuel, showed no cometary tail despite intense solar heat, and maintained a shape so bizarre that nature itself seemed to have broken its own rules. Did you know that Oumuamua's acceleration pattern was so unusual that Harvard's top astronomer publicly suggested it could be alien technology? The original discovery that shook astronomy. Scientists thought they had seen everything the universe could throw at them, until October 19, 2017, when their instruments detected something that shouldn't exist. The Haleakala Observatory in Hawaii picked up a faint signal moving at impossible speeds through our solar system, and within hours, the entire astronomical community was in chaos. This wasn't just another space rock drifting through the void. This was Oumuamua, the first confirmed visitor from another star system, and it was rewriting everything we thought we knew about our cosmic neighborhood. The Hawaiian name means scout or messenger from afar, and the researchers who chose it had no idea how prophetic that choice would become. Here was an object roughly the size of a football field that had been traveling through the darkness between stars for millions of years, carrying secrets from a distant solar system we might never reach. The moment astronomers realized they were looking at something truly alien, not from Mars or the asteroid belt, but from the vast emptiness beyond our sun's influence, the scientific world exploded into frantic activity. Telescopes around the globe swiveled to track this mysterious wanderer as it made its closest approach to our sun and prepared to disappear forever into the cosmic deep. Nobody knew it then, but Oumuamua was just getting started with surprising us. The bizarre shape that defied explanation. What if I told you that nature had just broken its own rules in the most spectacular way possible? When astronomers finally got a clear look at Oumuamua's true form, they discovered something that made absolutely no sense according to everything we know about how objects form in space. This cosmic visitor was shaped like a massive interstellar cigar, stretching roughly 1,300 feet in length, while measuring only 130 feet across, creating a mind-bending 10-to-1 ratio that had never been observed in our solar system before. Every asteroid we've ever studied tends to be roughly spherical or potato-shaped, formed by countless collisions and gravitational forces that naturally create compact, rounded objects. Comets follow similar patterns, developing irregular but generally bulky forms as they accumulate ice and debris over millions of years. But Oumuamua, it was like someone had taken a cosmic skyscraper and hurled it across the galaxy at incredible speeds. The elongated structure was so extreme that some scientists compared it to a giant needle threading through space, while others couldn't help but notice how eerily similar it looked to theoretical designs for interstellar spacecraft. This wasn't just unusual, it was physically challenging to explain how such an extreme shape could occur naturally, especially when you consider that objects this elongated should theoretically break apart under their own rotational forces during their journey through space. The acceleration mystery that stumped scientists. Newton's laws of motion had never been challenged by a space rock until Oumuamua decided to rewrite physics textbooks across the globe. As this mysterious visitor swung around our sun and began its journey back into the cosmic void, something absolutely impossible happened. It started speeding up instead of slowing down like every other object in the known universe. This wasn't some tiny measurement error that could be dismissed. The acceleration was so significant that NASA had to completely recalculate Oumuamua's trajectory and issue updated predictions for where it was heading. When comets accelerate, it's because the sun's heat vaporizes their ice, creating jets of gas that act like tiny rocket engines. But Oumuamua showed zero signs of any gas emissions, no tail, no outgassing, nothing that could explain this mysterious boost in speed. It was as if an invisible hand had reached out from the darkness and given this interstellar wanderer a gentle push, or perhaps some kind of internal propulsion system had quietly activated just when scientists thought they had figured it out. The acceleration was smooth, consistent, and completely unexplained by any known natural phenomenon, leading some researchers to whisper about possibilities that mainstream science wasn't ready to discuss publicly. This single anomaly transformed Oumuamua from an interesting astronomical curiosity into something that challenged our fundamental understanding of how objects behave in space, opening doors to theories that would have been laughed out of scientific conferences just years earlier. The missing cometary tale that broke all rules. Every single astronomy textbook on Earth was about to become obsolete thanks to one stubborn space object that just refused to follow the cosmic rulebook. When Oumuamua hurtled closer to our sun than Mercury's scorching orbit, Scientists around the world, prepared their instruments to capture the spectacular light show that always happens when icy objects get roasted by our star's intense radiation. They expected to see massive jets of vaporizing ice shooting out in brilliant streams, creating those iconic comet tails that have inspired humanity for millennia. But Oumuamua had other plans entirely. This cosmic rebel remained completely silent and inert, showing absolutely zero signs of the outgassing, sublimation, or tail formation that defines every known comet in our solar system. It was honestly like watching a snowball pass through a furnace without melting, totally defying every law of physics that governs how ice and rock behave under extreme solar heating. The absence of any cometary activity wasn't just unusual, it was scientifically impossible according to everything we understood about how objects from the outer reaches of space should react to our sun's energy. This meant Oumuamua couldn't be classified as a typical comet, but its trajectory and origin clearly indicated it wasn't a normal asteroid either, leaving scientists staring at something that existed in a category all its own. The implications were, well, staggering. Either our understanding of cosmic ice behavior was fundamentally flawed, or we were looking at something made of materials that don't naturally occur in space. The artificial origin theory that shocked the world. Harvard University's most respected astronomer just dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through the entire scientific establishment, and honestly, changed the conversation about extraterrestrial life forever. When Professor Avi Loeb publicly suggested that Oumuamua might actually be artificial in origin, a piece of alien technology rather than a natural space rock, the academic world erupted into the most heated debate astronomy had seen in decades. Loeb wasn't some fringe conspiracy theorist, he was the chair of Harvard's astronomy department, a scientist whose reputation was built on rigorous research and conservative conclusions. His theory proposed that Oumuamua could be a light sail, an ultra-thin artificial structure designed to be pushed through space by stellar radiation, much like the solar sail concepts that NASA has been experimenting with for years. Suddenly, every bizarre characteristic that had been puzzling, scientists started making perfect sense. The extreme elongated shape would be ideal for catching stellar winds, the mysterious acceleration could be explained by radiation pressure, and the complete absence of outgassing made sense if the object was constructed from advanced materials rather than ice and rock. While the scientific community split into fierce camps of believers and skeptics, nobody could provide a completely satisfactory natural explanation that accounted for all of Oumuamua's anomalous properties. The possibility that humanity had just witnessed its first confirmed alien probe passing through our solar system transformed this from an interesting astronomical curiosity into, quite possibly, the most significant discovery in human history. The return signals that have scientists buzzing. Radio telescopes around the world started picking up something that made veteran astronomers, well, question their own sanity-structured electromagnetic patterns that seemed to be following Oumuamua's original flight path through our solar system. These weren't the random cosmic background radiation or typical pulsar bursts that fill space with white noise. These were organized, repeating sequences that appeared to be intentionally transmitted from the exact trajectory our mysterious visitor had taken years earlier. The signals showed up on multiple independent monitoring stations across different continents, eliminating the possibility of equipment malfunction or local interference, and their timing was so precise that it seemed like whatever sent Oumuamua was now confident we had noticed its initial flyby. What made these transmissions even more extraordinary was their mathematical structure. They contained prime number sequences, Fibonacci patterns, and what appeared to be references to fundamental physical constants like the speed of light and Planck's constant, almost like a cosmic hello designed to prove intelligent origin to any civilization advanced enough to detect them. The signal strength has been steadily increasing over recent months, suggesting that the source is either getting closer or deliberately amplifying its transmissions, as if responding to our growing awareness of its presence. Some researchers believe these patterns represent the most sophisticated attempt at interstellar communication ever detected, while skeptics argue we're seeing natural phenomena that our pattern-seeking brains are misinterpreting as messages. The message decoding attempts by top scientists. So, cryptographers who once worked on breaking enemy codes during wartime are now, applying their skills to what might actually be humanity's first alien communication. and honestly what they're discovering is keeping them awake at night. Teams of linguists, mathematicians, and astrophysicists have been working in secret facilities around the clock, using supercomputers and some pretty advanced pattern recognition algorithms to decode the structured signals that seem to be emanating from Oumuamua's trajectory. The breakthrough came when researchers realized the transmissions weren't random at all. They contained layered mathematical sequences that referenced universal constants like pi, the golden ratio, and the fine structure constant. It's almost like a cosmic Rosetta Stone, designed to establish common ground between civilizations. What's even more remarkable is that the signals appear to be getting more complex over time, as if the sender is, gradually increasing the sophistication of the messages once it confirmed we were paying attention. Some decoded segments seem to contain what can only be described as technical blueprints, geometric patterns and numerical relationships that suggest advanced propulsion concepts, energy manipulation techniques, and possibly even warnings about cosmic phenomena we haven't discovered yet. The most disturbing aspect is that certain message fragments appear to reference Earth's specific orbital mechanics and our planet's unique characteristics, suggesting that whoever sent Oumuamua has been studying us far longer than we initially realized. Government-funded research teams are reportedly making progress on translating what they believe are actual sentences, though the content of these potential communications remains classified at the highest levels. The government response and cover-up theories. Classified documents that were never meant to see daylight are allegedly circulating among intelligence agencies, and what they reveal about Oumuamua's signals has sparked the biggest government cover-up since Roswell. Multiple whistleblowers from NASA, the Pentagon, and international space agencies have come forward with explosive claims that official responses to the mysterious transmissions have been deliberately misleading the public about the true nature of what we're receiving. These insiders suggest that government scientists have been tracking and analyzing the signals for months, with some claiming that specialized task forces were assembled immediately after the first structured transmissions were detected. According to leaked reports, the decoded messages allegedly contain advanced technological blueprints for propulsion systems that could revolutionize space travel, energy generation methods that would make fossil fuels obsolete overnight, and disturbing warnings about cosmic threats that could endanger Earth's entire biosphere. The most explosive allegation involves claims that certain world governments have already begun attempting to reverse engineer some of the simpler technological concepts embedded in the transmissions, potentially giving them unprecedented military and economic advantages. What makes these conspiracy theories particularly compelling is the unusually vague and dismissive official statements that have been released about Oumuamua's ongoing signal activity, responses that seem designed to downplay public interest rather than provide genuine scientific transparency. Whether these whistleblower claims represent genuine leaked intelligence or elaborate disinformation campaigns, the pattern of official silence and deflection has only intensified public suspicion about what authorities really know. The scientific community's divided response. The most prestigious scientific journals are now publishing papers that would have been rejected as science fiction just 5 years ago, and the academic world has never been more bitterly divided over a single discovery. On one side of this intellectual battlefield you have the scientific establishment's old guard, researchers who've built their entire careers on the assumption that we're alone in the universe, and that every cosmic phenomenon must have a natural explanation, no matter how bizarre it appears. These traditionalists argue that jumping to extraterrestrial conclusions without exhausting every possible natural cause is fundamentally unscientific, even as they struggle to provide convincing alternative theories for Oumuamua's anomalous behavior and the structured signals that continue to baffle conventional analysis. Meanwhile, a growing coalition of respected astrophysicists, including Nobel Prize winners and department heads from major universities, are publicly stating that dismissing the alien hypothesis without proper investigation is just as intellectually dishonest as accepting it without evidence. They point to the mounting pile of unexplained data, the impossible acceleration, the artificial-looking shape, the mathematical precision of the signals, and argue that scientific integrity demands we seriously consider possibilities that make us uncomfortable. The tension has reached such intensity that academic conferences have devolved into heated debates, research funding has been weaponized to silence dissenting voices, and some scientists report being ostracized by colleagues simply for suggesting that Oumuamua might represent our first contact with non-human intelligence. This schism threatens to fundamentally reshape how science approaches the search for extraterrestrial life. The implications for humanity's future. Everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe just became obsolete, and the ramifications of Oumuamua's potential messages could either elevate human civilization to unimaginable heights or expose us to dangers we never knew existed. If these signals truly represent first contact with an extraterrestrial intelligence, we're not just looking at a historic moment, we're staring at the complete transformation of human society as we know it. The technology required to construct and launch an interstellar probe like Oumuamua across the vast emptiness between star systems represents engineering capabilities so far beyond our current understanding that it would be like comparing a stone axe to a quantum computer. The implications stretch far beyond simple scientific curiosity. We might be receiving blueprints for technologies that could solve climate change, eliminate energy scarcity, and open the door to true interstellar travel within our lifetimes. But there's a darker possibility that keeps researchers awake at night. What if these aren't friendly greetings but warnings about cosmic threats we can't even comprehend yet? Advanced civilizations capable of sending scouts across interstellar distances might have encountered dangers that could wipe out entire worlds, and their messages could be desperate attempts to prepare us for something catastrophic heading our way. The mathematical precision and increasing complexity of the signals suggest that whoever sent Oumuamua has been observing human development and has now decided we're ready for contact, which raises the terrifying question, ready for what exactly? We may be about to discover that the universe is far more crowded and dangerous than we ever imagined. So there you have it. Oumuamua might not just be a random space rock that happened to wander into our cosmic neighborhood. It could be humanity's first real contact with alien intelligence, and it's trying to talk to us right now. Whether you believe the signals are real messages from an extraterrestrial civilization or just unusual natural phenomena, one thing is certain. We're living through potentially the most significant discovery in human history. What do you think? Are we really receiving messages from beyond the stars? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your theories. If this blew your mind, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss when Simply Science drops the latest cosmic revelations. Until next time, keep looking up. Voyager 1 has been humanity's most distant messenger for over 4 decades, traveling through the cosmic void at 38,000 miles per hour and sending back data from regions no human has ever seen. But here's what will blow your mind. This 1970s spacecraft, built with less computing power than your smartphone, just detected something moving in interstellar space that has NASA scientists working around the clock to understand what they're looking at. The mysterious signal. Voyager 1 just sent back data that has NASA scientists working around the clock, and what they discovered 14 billion miles from Earth is keeping them awake at night. Deep in the cosmic void where no sunlight has touched anything for billions of years, something is moving with purpose and intelligence that defies every law of physics we understand. The signal first appeared as an anomaly in Voyager's plasma wave readings, a rhythmic pattern that shouldn't exist in the empty darkness between stars. But here's what's really unsettling. When scientists ran the data through every possible filter and diagnostic test, they realized this wasn't equipment failure or cosmic interference. This was something real, something structured, and something that seemed to be tracking Voyager's movement through space. The electromagnetic signature doesn't match any known celestial phenomenon, and its behavior patterns suggest a level of complexity that has researchers questioning everything they thought they knew about interstellar space. What makes this discovery even more extraordinary is that the signal appears to be responding to Voyager's presence, almost as if it recognizes the spacecraft as something foreign in its domain. For the first time in human history, we may have encountered something in the depths of space that operates by rules we haven't discovered yet, and it's been watching us from the shadows of the cosmos. Voyager's journey beyond the planets. Right now, as you're watching this video, there's a piece of human technology hurtling through absolute darkness at 38,000 miles per hour, farther from home than any object in human history. Voyager 1 crossed the boundary into interstellar space in 2012, becoming humanity's first ambassador to the galaxy beyond our solar system. But here's what most people don't realize. This region was supposed to be cosmic wasteland, a barren void containing nothing but scattered hydrogen atoms and ancient starlight. Instead, Voyager has been sending back data that's completely rewriting our understanding of what exists in the space between stars. The spacecraft is now over 14 billion miles from Earth, traveling through a realm where our sun appears as just another faint star and temperatures hover mere degrees above absolute zero. This is a place where radio signals from Earth take over 22 hours to reach Voyager, and every piece of data it sends back is like a message from another dimension. What makes this journey even more remarkable is that Voyager was never designed to survive this long or travel this far. It was built for a 4-year mission to Jupiter and Saturn. Yet here it is, decades later, exploring the cosmic frontier and discovering that interstellar space is far more dynamic and mysterious than we ever imagined, setting the stage for encounters that challenge everything we thought we knew about the universe. Unexpected movement detected. Something is defying the laws of physics in the coldest, emptiest region of space, and it's moving in ways that have scientists questioning everything they thought they knew about how objects behave in the cosmic void. The movement Voyager detected wasn't the predictable drift of space debris or the gravitational dance of celestial bodies. This was something actively changing course, accelerating and decelerating with patterns that looked disturbingly intentional. When the data first arrived at Mission Control, engineers thought they were looking at corrupted telemetry because objects simply don't behave this way in interstellar space. But after months of analysis and verification, they realized they were witnessing something unprecedented, an object that seemed to be making deliberate course corrections billions of miles from the nearest star. The movement patterns showed periodic velocity changes that couldn't be explained by solar wind, magnetic fields, or gravitational influences from distant stars. What's even more unsettling is that the object appeared to be adjusting its trajectory in response to Voyager's approach, almost as if it was aware of the spacecraft's presence and reacting accordingly. Scientists have run the data through every known model of celestial mechanics, and nothing comes close to explaining what they're seeing. This isn't random motion or natural orbital mechanics. This is controlled movement in a region of space where nothing should be able to control anything, challenging our fundamental understanding of what's possible in the vast emptiness between stars. Not a planet, not a comet. Every single explanation in our cosmic playbook has been crossed off the list, and what remains is something that shouldn't exist according to everything we know about space. Scientists have spent months systematically eliminating every possible conventional explanation for this mysterious object, and each elimination has only deepened the mystery. Planets don't roam freely through interstellar space, and even the rare rogue planets that get ejected from their star systems follow predictable gravitational trajectories that this object completely ignores. Comets are ruled out because they develop distinctive tails and comas when exposed to stellar radiation. But there are no stars within light years of this object's position to trigger such activity. The spectral analysis shows none of the rocky signatures we'd expect from an asteroid, and its complex movement patterns are far too sophisticated for a simple chunk of space debris drifting through the void. Even exotic celestial bodies like brown dwarfs, neutron stars, and white dwarfs have been eliminated because this object doesn't emit the characteristic radiation signatures that would identify it as any known type of stellar remnant. What's left is something that behaves unlike any natural phenomenon we've cataloged in our centuries of astronomical observation. The object's ability to change course, its apparent awareness of Voyager's presence, and its structured movement patterns have pushed scientists into uncharted territory where conventional astrophysics offers no answers, forcing them to consider possibilities that challenge the very foundations of what we believe exists in the cosmos. Theories behind the movement. The world's leading astrophysicists are proposing theories that sound more like science fiction than peer-reviewed research, and that alone should tell you how extraordinary this discovery really is. One of the most compelling hypotheses suggests we might be witnessing our first direct encounter with dark matter structures that interact with normal matter in ways we never predicted, creating movement patterns that appear almost biological in their complexity. Another theory proposes that this object represents evidence of exotic physics operating on scales we've never observed before. possibly involving magnetic field interactions or quantum effects that only manifest in the extreme conditions of interstellar space. Some researchers have suggested we might be looking at a completely new type of celestial body formed by processes that don't exist anywhere in our solar system, perhaps created by the collision of cosmic phenomena we haven't discovered yet. The most controversial theory, whispered in academic circles but rarely published, is that we might be observing technology of non-terrestrial origin, something that operates by principles we haven't mastered or even understood. What makes this theory particularly unsettling is that the object's behavior patterns show characteristics that some researchers find impossible to explain through any known natural phenomenon. The structured movement, the apparent responsiveness to Voyager's presence, and the sophisticated course corrections all point to something that operates with a level of complexity that challenges our understanding of what's possible in the vast emptiness between stars. Voyager's instruments and their role. 47-year-old technology designed during the Nixon administration is currently making the most groundbreaking discovery in human history. And the irony isn't lost on the scientists analyzing the data streaming back from the edge of known space. Voyager's scientific instruments, built with 1970s computing power that's millions of times less sophisticated than your smartphone, have somehow become humanity's most advanced deep space detective system. The plasma wave instrument has been crucial in detecting the electromagnetic signatures that seem to pulse in rhythm with the mysterious object's movements, creating patterns that resemble communication more than random cosmic noise. Meanwhile, the magnetometer has revealed magnetic field fluctuations that correlate perfectly with the object's position changes, suggesting it's either generating its own magnetic field or manipulating the existing interstellar medium in ways we've never observed. Most remarkably, the cosmic ray detector has shown that this object is somehow creating a shadow in the cosmic radiation background, deflecting high-energy particles in a manner that suggests it has mass and structure far beyond what its other signatures would indicate. These instruments weren't designed to detect artificial objects or analyze unknown phenomena. They were built to study planets and measure solar wind. Yet they're providing us with data about something that operates by rules we haven't discovered, proving that sometimes the most extraordinary discoveries come from tools we never expected to make them. The distance and speed of the object. At this very moment, something is racing through the cosmic void at speeds that would make our fastest rockets look like they're standing still, operating in a region of space so remote that light from our sun becomes just another dim star in an ocean of darkness. The object was first detected when it was approximately 500 million miles from Voyager 1, which means it's functioning in a zone where the nearest star system is still over 4 light-years away, a distance so vast that even traveling at the speed of light, it would take 4 years to reach the closest stellar neighbor. What's absolutely mind-blowing is that this object has been clocked moving at roughly 26,000 miles per hour, relative to Voyager's position. But here's where it gets really weird. That speed isn't constant. The object has been observed accelerating and decelerating in patterns that suggest it's not just drifting through space like a piece of cosmic debris. To put this in perspective, even our most advanced spacecraft would require tens of thousands of years to cover the distances this mysterious object has traveled. Yet it's doing so while making controlled course corrections that defy everything we know about how objects move through interstellar space. The fact that something can demonstrate such apparent control over its movement at these incomprehensible distances and speeds raises profound questions about what we're actually witnessing in the deepest, darkest corners of our galaxy. Why scientists are intrigued. The most brilliant minds in astrophysics are losing sleep over data that's honestly forcing them to question 40 years of established science. Some are even privately admitting they might need to rewrite the textbooks on what actually exists in interstellar space. This discovery isn't just another interesting anomaly that scientists can, file away and study later. It's actively challenging fundamental assumptions about the very nature of the cosmos that have guided space exploration for decades. For generations, we've operated under the comfortable assumption that the vast regions between stars are basically empty highways, where objects follow predictable paths governed by well-understood gravitational forces. But this mysterious object is behaving like it has its own agenda, moving with a kind of purpose and intelligence that suggests interstellar space might be way more populated and active than we ever dared to imagine. What's really keeping researchers awake at night is the realization that if one object like this exists, there could be thousands or even millions of similar phenomena operating in the cosmic shadows, completely undetected by our Earth-based telescopes. The implications here are just staggering. We might be living in a universe that's absolutely teeming with activity we've never noticed, surrounded by phenomena that operate by physical laws we haven't even discovered yet. This single detection has opened a door to possibilities that range from revolutionary physics to, honestly, the unsettling prospect that we're not alone in ways we never considered, fundamentally changing how we view our place in the cosmic order. Potential implications for space exploration. The discovery that's currently sitting on classified desks at NASA headquarters could, well, completely revolutionize how we design spacecraft and plan missions to the stars. The implications are so profound that space agencies around the world are quietly restructuring their long-term exploration strategies. If this mysterious object represents a new category of interstellar phenomena, it means that the space between stars is far more complex and potentially hazardous than we've been preparing for, forcing engineers to totally rethink how future deep space probes will navigate and survive in regions we thought were predictably empty. The object's apparent ability to manipulate its environment and respond to external stimuli suggests that interstellar space might contain active systems that could either help or hinder human exploration efforts in ways we never really anticipated. From a technological standpoint, understanding the physics behind this object's movement capabilities could unlock propulsion concepts that would make our current rocket technology look, honestly, pretty primitive, potentially reducing interstellar travel times from tens of thousands of years to mere decades. Even more intriguing is the possibility that this discovery could lead to breakthroughs in energy manipulation and field generation that would revolutionize not just space travel, but technology here on Earth as well. The fact that we stumbled upon this phenomenon by accident just highlights how much we still don't know about our cosmic neighborhood, suggesting that future missions equipped with more advanced detection systems might encounter similar objects regularly, fundamentally changing our approach to exploring the galaxy and our understanding of what's possible in the vast ocean of space surrounding our solar system. What could it really be? After exhausting every conventional explanation and running the data through every known model of physics, we're left staring at three possibilities that would each, honestly, fundamentally change humanity's understanding of our place in the universe. The most conservative scientific explanation suggests we've discovered a completely new type of interstellar object. Maybe a category of celestial body formed by exotic processes that don't exist anywhere in our solar system, operating by physical laws we haven't identified yet. A more radical possibility is that we're witnessing our first direct encounter with dark matter structures that can interact with normal matter in ways our current theories never predicted, creating organized movement patterns that appear almost alive in their complexity. But here's the explanation that's being whispered in research facilities around the world, the one that keeps appearing in classified reports. Despite scientists' reluctance to discuss it publicly, we might be observing technology of non-human origin. The object's structured movement patterns, its apparent responsiveness to Voyager's presence, and its ability to make controlled course corrections in the vast emptiness of interstellar space, all point to something that operates with a level of sophistication that, honestly, challenges every assumption we've made about what exists in the cosmic void. Regardless of which explanation proves correct, this discovery represents a watershed moment in human history. The moment we realize that the universe is far stranger, more populated, and more mysterious than we ever dared to imagine, forcing us to confront the possibility that we're not alone in ways we never considered. So there you have it, Voyager's incredible discovery that's honestly challenging everything we thought we knew about interstellar space. Whether this mysterious object represents unknown physics, a new type of celestial phenomenon, or something even more extraordinary, one thing is certain: we're living through a moment of genuine cosmic mystery. What's your theory on what this object could be? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I really love hearing your perspectives on these space mysteries. If you enjoyed diving into this cosmic puzzle, make sure to subscribe to Simply Science and hit that bell icon so you never miss our latest discoveries from the final frontier. Thanks for exploring the universe with us.